Welcome to another episode of the Slowest Fast RC podcast. Alex, Uncle Mike, myself. Tonight, joining us is a guest who asked to come on here a little bit ago. We're lucky to have you, and it is Camden Lime. Hello.
How's it going, guys?
So, Camden, even to start off, we just wanted to give you an opportunity to plug some of like your social media and stuff like that. A lot of people don't tune in towards the tail end. So I figured to give you a good opportunity to do all that if you want to.
Yeah, all my social media is just my name, Camden Lime. I think my Instagram's Camden Lime RC, and then my YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. It's all Camden Lime.
Sweet. Alex, you want to roll our disclaimer now?
Yeah, I'll roll a disclaimer.
All right.
Disclaimer. You're about to listen/watch a podcast hosted by a group of friends who tend to use vulgar language and profanity, and also enjoy pounding adult beverages. Viewer discretion is advised. Lastly, we may be making some bold statements. All views and statements made in this podcast do not reflect the views of any sponsors, guests, followers, or any supporters of this podcast. So be cool and don't get offended. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy.
Yeah, it's
Like-
warm out here, and I can't imagine out that way.
Yeah.
We're good.
Is it like miserable right now to go out there and run RC cars?
It's pretty gnarly. It's doesn't
Yeah.
we don't really want to go practice because it's so
Yeah.
hot out.
I gotcha.
Real quick, I just want to ask one quick question. Like with motor temps, especially like your e-buggies and stuff, what motor temps do you try to stay under when it's already up 150,000 degrees ambient?
Man, this is good topic for when we're actually recording, Alex.
We are recording.
Oh, okay.
I already clicked it back. We're good.
All right.
I really don't pay attention to my temps much. All my stuff runs typically no matter what. I mean, like if I go practice e-buggy outside right now, I'll only run it for 5-7 minutes. I don't push it too long. I won't do like a 10-minute run. And I run a fan, so everything seems pretty cool. And I'll touch it with my hand, and if I can touch it, it's good enough for me. So
Cool.
Fair.
That's all I had on that.
So I wanted to start out asking a whole bunch of questions that are non-RC related so that everyone can get to know you a little bit better. We're going to call this segment maybe Squeezing Limes. How about
All right.
that?
sounds good.
So question number 1, biggest celebrity crush?
Oh,
And
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba, all right. Just a shot out of the cannon, like almost one-word answers. Don't have to think about it too hard. So does that mean you like blondes or brunettes?
I don't have a preference. I like them all.
Attaboy.
Favorite non-alcoholic drink? And you can say any drink you want. Just put non-alcoholic in front of it if you want.
I'll say Gatorade.
Okay.
I like Gatorade.
So favorite non-RC or golf pastime?
Not all I do. Probably just
How about-
kicking it with family or friends.
Like boating and stuff like that?
Yeah,
We could use
boating.
that.
Wake. Yeah.
All right.
That's perfect.
You wakeboard and all that stuff?
We like surf. We wake surf.
Cool. Music choice.
Country.
Any pets?
One dog
Nice.
and
What
a
kind
little
of dog?
brother. He's damn near a pet.
Yeah.
They both sleep in the crate at night, so.
Favorite vacation spot?
Mexico.
All right. So for 3 to 4 female listeners, are you single?
I am.
All right.
The 3 to 4 female listeners are all married, though.
Yeah. They're proud. I won't even say it. So ass or boobs?
like I said, no preference there.
And now we
Okay.
lost our 3 to 4 female listeners.
I'll say personality.
All right, that's great.
And they're back.
So if you weren't working for RC or doing golf professionally, what would you be doing?
Probably what I do while I'm home. I work for this guy rebuilding razors, like transmissions. I don't
Oh,
know,
wow.
something in like a mechanic aspect, I would say.
Oh, that's sweet. I didn't know that, man. What's the most hated question you get at the RC track?
I don't really feel like I have a most hated question. I don't mind questions at all.
Okay.
I mean,
Try again.
maybe like after like if you break in a main event and someone
Yeah.
comes up to you and is like, "Hey, what'd you break?" You don't really want to talk to anybody at that point, so you're just kind of like, "I'll tell you later." Like,
Good,
don't talk to
good
me.
answer.
All right, that's all I got for squeezing limes. You guys got any hot take questions you guys want to jump in on?
Not at the moment.
Do you
Alright.
are you pretty mechanically inclined then beyond RC cars?
I mean, I'd say so. Probably not as much as I want to be, but I mean, I have definitely some knowledge outside
Yeah.
of
Like you a car guy
real
and
cars
everything?
stuff. Yeah,
Nice. All right.
What type of cars you like?
old school like '67 Mustangs, right around like that kind of alley.
Is that your dream car then? Hypothetical.
Yeah, my
unlimited
grandpa
money?
has one. My grandpa has one, so
Hell yeah.
I want to get that one day.
Well, we got a 65 fastback.
Yeah, that's nice.
The other leading question is, what do you drive?
I drive a 1999 F350 7.3 long bed.
Hell yeah. With the
Yeah.
Hydra or the
Nice.
TS6?
The Hydra.
Nice. Very cool. All
All
right.
right, we'll lead into the normal stuff. So I re-listened to the No Name RC podcast 291. So make sure we didn't ask some of the same questions and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I don't want to be like a repeat.
Yeah.
So any of our listeners that are listening to this, make sure you check out that episode 2. It's episode 291. So if you could pick 5 RC bros to go to like a club race or just like a weekend race in RC, who would it be? And you can pick anyone.
That's tough. I got a lot of buddies in the race.
Yeah.
I'd say Spencer Heckert, Walker Spinrad. I'd put in Mason Fuller, Caden Fuller. Those are my teammates, my best buds. And for the 5th, I'd probably put like Lee Sester. He's always got good vibes. I put him in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Lee. He races here on the East Coast with us. He is pretty cool. So,
Yeah, he's a good dude.
do you guys get to practice a lot? You and the Fullers there?
Mason comes out typically like maybe once a year, like before
Mhm.
DNC. We'll have like a week and a half that he'll stay at my house and we'll run. Other than that, I mean, the time we spend is just at the races or on the phone, kind of
Yeah.
debriefing or figuring stuff out for the next event.
At the big races, do you pit with the Fullers?
Yeah,
Okay. You guys bounce a lot of ideas and stuff off of each other?
for sure. Yeah, me and Mason definitely work pretty well together, and we definitely like different cars. He drives like a lot, I would say, more controlled and smooth, and I'm pretty on the gas and want to go fast. So our setups are quite different towards the end of the weekend, but we still like, if he says something and I give him an idea for his driving style or vice versa. So we work pretty well together. It's always nice to have him as a teammate for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He's pretty quick too.
Yeah, he's fast.
How long have you been with S-Works?
I joined S-Works at the end of 2019, going into the 2020 season. So 5 years, 5.5
Okay.
years.
Sweet. Were you on, what car was it before, Camden?
I ran hot bodies before that.
Okay. Do you like running pillow ball cars?
Yeah, the pillow ball's changed. Definitely been a big, I would say, jump in my career just because the way I like the pillow ball driving style because it just numbs my car. I don't feel like I need to drive it as hard. It has just controlled steering throughout the whole race, which I enjoy a lot so far on that car.
Mhm. When you're tuning the pillow ball car, because they have like a lot of steering in them, Do you like to try and lock in the rear end, or do you like a loose rear end where it kind of rotates around the corner? How do you like that?
I have a kind of like a happy medium. I definitely like to have the rear end to rotate, but I have like my driving styles where I very point and shoot. So I get into the corner, I want it to snap, and then when I get on it, I just want it to go like then follow the front end. So I would say it's like a 50-50 where I mean Mason's is more probably like locked in rear end, just rounding the corners more.
Okay. Yeah. What's one thing with the S-Works car that you kind of did to it that really made it like your own, where you kind of were like, wow, now I really like this thing? Like, whether it's like you found the diff combo you like, I know, like a roll center combo,
Yeah.
weight distribution, anything like that.
I mean, there's nothing really set on the car that I've done. Like all the stuff that I do is just stuff that I think will make it better, and I have my own base setup, which I that's kind of I would say my own, I guess. So I would say like yeah, I mean the whole car itself is kind of my own in a way because I do it to where I feel like it'll be best for me.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, pretty much I would say like I started running Truggy front spring once at nationals. That was a big thing. I ran a Truggy front spring on my buggy.
This year at nationals, or was it
Yeah,
previous?
this year. Yeah, but the
So,
Europeans do that, so I can't really take credit for that.
okay. What is it you're trying to gain with that? Is it just like a higher spring rate in the front because the grip's so high on tracks like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Honestly, I didn't really understand it. I just was a little lost at nationals, so I kind of just sent it, and my car came alive pretty fast right then and there. So I was like, perfect, there we go. It just made it a
Yeah.
lot more calm. The steering was like really smooth. Uh, it just made it not roll so much in the front, which I liked, especially on a super high bike track. Is definitely what you need.
Yeah. Are you gonna keep those truggy springs on the front, or are you gonna
No,
just
no,
use that
I'll
for
only
when
do
it's
it.
super high bite?
Yeah, only super high bike.
Yeah.
Like at Wicked Weekend, I ran normal spring.
So that kind of leads into like a couple other questions I was gonna ask later. Do you have any plans to go to Thornhill for practice again in the near
Yeah, I
future?
for sure gonna do maybe 2 or 3 trips out there before the Worlds. So just gotta kind of plan them out and see if they have some races, maybe we'll stop by. Me and Mason will go to a couple of those, and maybe we'll do one weekend there, just testing. But
Yeah.
for sure, there's definitely gonna be some trips planned out there.
Speaking of other like bite tracks and stuff like that, are you doing any European races or anything like that, traveling outside the country?
I have some races in Mexico, but that's about as far as I'll be getting. Next year, obviously, I don't think I have anything really. I'm trying to maybe do the Philippine Masters next year. I think is going to be the one that will be the out of country race. But we have so many races in America; it's hard to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Speaking on that, would you rather there be more races in America or less races?
It's hard to say because I mean, I love racing. Like it's my favorite thing to do. So
Yeah.
I don't mind traveling and racing 'cause I'm still young. I mean, I enjoy that aspect of it. Whereas like some of the older guys with families, I'm sure that they don't want to be gone from home so much. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I would definitely like us to see another Neo buggy or like if we just one year all the Americans went to like Buggy Land or something. That'd be cool just because I like traveling to different countries and seeing different cultures and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. You got a top three prediction for Worlds next year?
Uh, Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's me on top, but
Facts.
that'd be awesome. But
Yeah.
let's say that the top three that I would say are like the most. I mean, it's got to be Ongaro, Canas, and Fenn. I'd say are for sure the top three that everybody's thinking about. I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many guys who can get top three there though. It's hard to
Piranha
put.
Folk.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's at
Yeah.
least 20 guys who can podium that race.
I feel like every big race too, there's been like a couple like black horses that come up that in the top five that we weren't really planning on. Just
Yeah.
somebody had like a bad break, somebody had a really good race, things like that. So
Yeah, for sure. I
you
mean,
never know.
anything can happen, especially at Worlds, man. Like, it's such a tough race, and it's so long, and it's so much concentration and work. I mean,
Hmm.
anything can happen at the end of the week, and an hour-long main, so that is pretty tough on equipment, especially it'll be hot. No, I'll be probably decent there. I don't know. It's in September, I think, or something.
So it'll still
I
be
don't remember the
90.
date. Yeah.
It's not gonna be as hot as the Nationals because that was pretty grueling on engines. So.
Yeah. How often are you practicing now, Camden?
Probably not as much as I should be, especially now because it's so hot out right now. But in the winter, probably 2 times a week. But I'm also gone sometimes for racing, like 2 weekends out of the week, so I consider those as practice and race. Because sometimes
Yeah.
it like a race like I don't know, we'll do like an Arizona race or I'll go to a JBRL or something. I consider those kind of practice in a way. Obviously, you still want to win, but it's not
Mhm.
DNC or Wicked Weekend or something like that.
Yeah, I definitely count like club racing in as practice and things like that because it's not like one of the big events and stuff that are televised and all that we're paying
Right.
attention to, things
Yeah.
like that. So, what's your closest track to you, Camden?
It's actually my dad's track, which is a W Mountain RC Speedway. We held
Oh,
the
sweet.
nationals there in 22, I believe it was. So it's like 15 minutes from me, so it's nice to have for sure.
Okay. You guys had like a big race there. Was it December of last year?
Yeah, we
Something
have
like
we have
that.
the U.S. Open there every year,
That's what it was. Yeah, that was a
and
sweet race.
it brings in some. That's another race. It's an hour-long main, and it brings in
Yeah,
some pretty good competition. Obviously, with a couple Arizona guys that are pretty good at like Mayfield, Rifkin, and then we get a lot of the Cali guys, and Lutz comes quite a bit, so
Mhm.
it's always nice to have him out there, and I'm sure we'll have a couple more coming this year.
I remember Ryan saying something like, with the hour-long main, it's so long that his legs are falling asleep and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
How do you? You're a little bit younger than some of these other guys, but how do you build yourself up to and the concentration to stay focused for an hour?
Yeah, just a lot of like deep breaths and like it's an hour long race, so one wreck isn't gonna kill you. And I mean, it's bound. Everyone's bound to have a wreck. It's pretty hard to go an hour driving an RC car that you're not in and not hit a tube or case of jump or something dumb like that. But I also like each pit stop, I'll move my legs around and like try and get my hands back awake a little bit and then get back into it. A couple deep breaths and go.
Yeah, not even a question I had for you, but um, how do you prepare yourself when you're like walking up on the stand, like
Yeah.
mentally, like to get in the zone? Like you're pretty good. You seem focused and you don't have a whole lot of mistakes and stuff like that, or get too flustered when you're up on the stand. Like, do you have any secrets for like newbies and other people?
I mean, a lot of it. I mean, I used to be bad about it. It's like I used to get really flustered when I was younger. Like one wreck, and I'd start driving as hard as I can, trying to make up time. That's the biggest thing for me is like knowing going into the race. Like you just put in a clean run and start the first couple minutes off right, and then kind of get in your groove and push a little bit for the next 2 or minute left in qualifying. But a lot of it's just breathing. I feel like for me, I mean, I just like really try and keep a very calm mentality on the stand and like not get too flustered, which everyone's going to. I mean, if you're running you're on a TQ run and you're wreck, you're definitely going to get a little anxious and start wiggling the wheels and hitting the gas, trying to get going. So
What's the one scenario that you probably thought of in your head as you're telling the story right here, where like you probably had an accident and you got super frustrated?
I mean, that's almost every race. I feel
All
like
right.
you always feel bad. But the biggest one, it'd probably be this year's nationals in truck when I ran into Jonah Wilson and I flew off the track. And I mean, it wasn't really my fault that I wrecked, but I got super pissed off and started driving like a dummy and went down to 10th and then ended up breaking my truck. So that was definitely the one that I was like, that was stupid.
Yeah. What's your maintenance routine look like in between races and practicing club races, things like that? Like how deep are you going into it?
I'd say like for club races and practice days, typically I'll go with like a fresh set of diffs or I'll already have the car, like I'll already have a thing that I want to try at the track and I'll already have it on my car and I'll just show up there and it's ready to go and go run. But for big races, I'm tearing it all the way down to bare chassis and going through each screw and all the diffs, all the bearings, all the motor prep. I mean, pretty much full rebuild for big races. I won't change like bearings. I mean, I'll just make sure that none of them be changed, and uh, maybe sometimes I'll have to go break in a new set of driveline and universals. But other than that, it's just doing the diff shocks, making sure all the O-rings and stuff are good.
Yeah. Are you building it up with like shock and diff fluid like ahead of time before you get to the race? Or are you checking the track out when you get to the race and you're like, wow, this is a lot of tight turns, or figuring out what the temperature is going to be and then throwing some fluids and stuff in it?
Typically, I mean, there hasn't been a lot of races that I haven't gone to now, so I kind of have like a feeling when I go to that race of like what that dirt is or something. So I'll go to the race like full, like my car ready to hit the track pretty much. And I'll already know, like I already have diffs that'll work in the first practice, and then you work from there throughout the weekend to find what works best.
Yeah. So you mentioned, and pretty much everybody that races, at least for like a year or two, has their base set up on all their stuff, and then they kind of build off of that. How far do you get from your base setup at the end of like a race weekend? Obviously, it's track and condition dependent, but are you just like usually some fluid changes, or are you like throwing the book at it sometimes, like different shock pistons, like completely different shock positions, roll centers different, camber links different, all sorts of stuff? Or
Uh, it's pretty tough. Like you said, it's kind of just what the track condition is. I go to like damn near every race with my base setup on, and then obviously work from there. But like, for example, this year at Silver State, we ran the A main warm up for nitro buggy, and my car was definitely not going to be able to compete with what I had on my car. So I just threw the whole book at it and put exactly Mason's setup on, which obviously worked pretty well because he took the win, and it worked well for me. I think I got 8th with a couple bad stints that I had in that race, but there's always times where sometimes you got to throw the book at it, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And
yeah,
typically it'll be better than probably what you had, just because you're putting like I'm not gonna do stuff that I don't think like I have never tried or like don't think that would work. And obviously, like for example, that weekend Mason had been having a good weekend, so he obviously figured something out pretty well,
yeah.
and ended up helping me in the long run.
How many tires are you bringing with you to the track for some of these events you got to travel to? I see you're sponsored by Promotion, right?
Yep. Yep.
And do you have like just a couple tread patterns you like, and you're bringing like a whole bunch of compounds, or are you just, yeah? How's that work for you guys?
Like typically we'll know kind of what the dirt is, but every year is different. Like Wicked Weekend this year was completely different than it was last year because there was like super clean spots and then there were super dusty spots. So it was like pretty tough to figure out. But I'll typically order probably a little too much tires than I should, and then
I think
just
we
have
all
to
do.
send them back. I just send them
we
back
call
to the factory.
we call it tire FOMO.
Yeah. I mean, it's always better to have more than not enough because
Yeah,
you never know. You never know when you go to these races and the track is just completely different than what it was the week before, like that.
what are
Temperature,
your
you
like?
don't really know for sure, too. Like
Yeah,
compound. Yeah, I bring a lot of the compounds typically.
what are your like go-to tire treads from Promotion?
I would say Raptor, Phantom, and probably Viper. The
Hmm.
new Viper. I mean, it's been out for a little while, but that tire's been really good.
Yeah. So you got fourth at Weekend, excuse me, seventh at Fuel Nats, and you're you know just outside of like 7, 8, 9 for like every top tier event you've been
Yeah.
attending. Uh, what's attributed to your success? Because like 2 years ago, you were like top of B, bottom A. Now you're
Yeah.
like riding like just that podium like at every single race. So you're creeping right up there. You picked up a ton of pace. You're more consistent now. What would you say is attributing to your success there?
I think a lot of it's just maturity. Like I've matured quite a bit from those 2 years and kind of understanding and racing for 2 years like pretty competitively with these guys. Now you kind of get into like the swing of things where it just feels normal now. You know what I mean? Where maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, if I was battling for top 5 at a race, I would definitely not be probably finishing top 5. Probably be a little nervous and make a couple mistakes. But
Yeah.
I'd say just maturity and learning. Like a lot of it's learning, just like learning from each event and taking that to the next event. I think that's probably the 2 biggest things.
You still get nervous when you get up there on the stand and you're racing against, the top guys and there, like we'll throw out like Mayfield, Fend and all them. I know you're just spending the day with Mayfield. I don't even know if you get nervous racing with them anymore because you guys are friends or if you still do or not.
I mean, I think everyone's always nervous. I mean, if you're not nervous, then you don't really care. So, but I don't really get super nervous now, like racing. I get more nervous like trying to bump out of a B main than battling for a podium.
Amen to that. That's where I'm always at.
Yeah.
I've never battled a podium, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
Now, does that mentality change when like people from overseas come racing over here? Like when you have like when Ungaro's here and all them, like you know what I mean? Because it's not somebody you see every day.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of it's just trying to like with like racing European guys. It's like not making enemies on that side because they'll get you. I mean, I'm sure they think the same way as like for us, but I just if I'm battling like a Canas or a Battier or Boots, I'm just thinking of he's like a normal American guy that I've raced with all the time.
Is
Yeah, I
there?
was just out of curiosity because it's like, oh yeah, they're from wherever. Like, oh yeah, we want the U.S. to win. That sort of
Yeah,
thing, or
that's what I was
whatever,
gonna
I mean,
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if I would want S-Works to win over an American or European, but for
Yeah.
sure, like I mean, and it's like in the world final, I was definitely cheering for like the S-Works guys, and then obviously I was really rooting for Mason and Dakota because I don't know, they're just they're all my buddies. So
Yeah.
most of the American guys I get along with pretty well, so I root for them all.
So do you have any grudges in RC or like anyone when you're walking up on the stand, you're like, I'm not losing to that guy?
I mean, for sure, like my best friends, like Spencer and like people like that, I never want to
Yeah.
lose to them. But I'll be like we have like a little like this year we did like a little. I think we did like $100 bet or something for at the beginning of the year, and we're keeping track of each like race of who beat who.
That's
So
funny because in our group here, we're doing the same thing. Like
yeah,
me and our buddy Chris have like a truggy bet because we both race truggy.
yeah,
We have throwing cash on that every time, and then you guys have something else going on. So
yeah.
we all
It's
do the
just
same
something
thing.
fun.
Yeah.
Hot lap bets, short course.
I
There's a
don't.
bet
I
for
wouldn't say I
everything.
have any. I wouldn't say I have any real grudges against anyone. I mean, we always get mad at people at their races, but I Mayfield taught me this one. You can be mad while you're marshaling, but once you're done marshaling, you just gotta let it go back to your pit, get back to work, pretty much.
And clip that because that was some pretty good advice.
I still think that's why we have to marshal it so you can digest all your anger from the race you just had before you go back to the
Right.
pits.
Yeah. What do you see changing in RC in the next 5 years?
Tough question. I mean, obviously the technology and stuff is improves by the year. A lot of cars have been coming out that they're all pretty damn good now. I think just we're gonna see a couple of the younger guys just keep on making strides to the top, and I think that'll be like the 2 biggest things. For
Passing
sure.
of the torch.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would say passing the torch because like watching Mayfield drive around the RC track, so there's nothing lost. Like there's
Oh yeah, today
like
and probably tomorrow and the rest of the year.
yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of
5,
tough
10.
to like. You never know. Like in 5 years, he could just still have it, or
He
he
could,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's just tough to say. We're just gonna have to find out, I guess.
In 5
I'm
years,
never
what
counting
other
that guy out.
young bucks are we gonna have in 5 years too?
Right? I mean,
there's that, yeah.
for sure.
Who do you see coming up now that you're like, they'll probably be running with us in the future?
Uh, I'd say like he already kind of does run with us, but like he's definitely made a lot of strides this year. Is Jimmy Fishback? He's a
Okay.
West Coast guy, and then we have a local kid named Mario Rudy. We have a lot of local kids that are pretty fast, but Mario Rudy, he's super fast. He reminds me of me like when I was 14 or 15. I was crazy fast, but definitely drive a little too hard and maybe whip the car a little too much. But I think he's got a lot of potential to get going in this
hmm
industry.
So, how long are you getting out of your nitro motor for fuel stops?
It kind of just depends, especially with like temperature and tuning and stuff like that. But on average, like no matter what, I'll get typically 730.
Okay.
Most of the time, I'm usually like around like 920 to 940. So like in a 45-minute main, I'm like just on the verge of being able to go 9 or 7.5. So
Yeah.
I'd say probably somewhere around there. I definitely could get more if I drove a little bit smoother on the throttle, but I've tried that and it's just never gonna happen. I'm definitely a full trigger kind of guy.
Is that how some of these guys are getting 10 minutes now? They're just driving a little easier?
Yeah, their trigger finger is just super smooth, and their cars are typically pretty lean. And I think I mean, I don't really know. I mean, they could have found something that I don't, but that's kind of what I see as them
Yeah.
what they do.
How often are you going out and like testing for S Works? Like they're giving you new products to test to see for like upcoming vehicles, things like that. How often is that happening for you?
I mean, every now and then we don't really like I think we found something in our program that it's just really working right now, so we're not trying to get away from it too much.
hmm
But I mean, the engineers over at S-Works, they're always designing and figuring stuff out to make it easier for us and the customers to have good races. So I would say every now and then, but lately we haven't really. I mean, they've been developing a new two wheel, so I'll be
Oh,
probably running that next year a little bit more, which I like 10 scale, but I definitely am an 8 scale guy.
yeah.
But
So that kind of leads back. I got a future question, and then leads back to you being so good and why I asked what attributed your success. So yeah, definitely don't change too much stuff on your cars because you went from top of the B, bottom A to now you're podium like spot.
yeah,
You're just or the cutoff right there. So it don't change too much, man.
uh,
But 10th scale, you alluded to it. There's a two-wheel drive coming. Is there going to be like a four-wheel drive coming as well after that, or?
right now I think we're just doing the two wheel. I think our four wheel is actually pretty decent. I haven't raced 10 scale all this year, and I didn't do it most of last year, but I was like I think the end of 23 and like beginning of 24, I hit a decent amount of the 10 scale races, just kind of like getting my foot back into it. And then it was 8 scale worlds year, so I just put all my focus back into 8 scale. Um, but definitely want to get back into it and get there are more S-Works cars in America for the 10 scale side of things and help S-Works out. So excited to do that hopefully in the next couple of months. Like obviously we have Jorn Neumann and Misha Widmeyer. I think Jorn made the main. Yeah, Jorn made the main at the Euros and TQ'd around with the new prototype two wheel, which was super cool. And then I think they both made the four wheel main, which was really cool too. So they're killing it.
Do you like running 10 scale, or do you just do it because you're in a spot where you can't run 8 scale and kind of makes up the time?
I like it. It definitely helps like your driving style for sure. That like when I run 10 scale, typically when I go back to 8 scale or some of my like smoother runs because you can't be super punched in 10 scale. Um, so I would say I do enjoy it. I like being outside and smelling fumes.
I agree. I'm same there. When you're running 10 scale, are you on carpet or are you like high bike clay?
Yeah, typically high by clay. Like my
Yeah.
local track's Hobby Action.
Oh,
So
nice.
I mean it's like an hour away. So I went
Yeah.
there for quite a few weekends in a row when I was running 10 scale. I've
hmm
actually never raced on carpet before in my life.
Okay. Same here.
Actually, that's a lie. I did 3 laps once in Idaho. We did like a three
Yeah.
lap challenge with a bunch of the pros
Did you
one
hate
night.
it?
I mean, I was having fun, so I didn't really care. We were trying to win, so I think it was like me, Dakota, Mayfield, Heckert, Drake, and Mason, I want to say. And we all did 3 laps on a 17.5 car, and whoever had the fastest lap won.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
Who won that?
Actually, Mason, I think. And I think I got second or third. I was pretty impressed, but I will say some of the other guys were having a couple of drinks, so they might not have been exactly locked in.
Got him.
Yeah. What's your favorite track to go to?
My favorite track. I mean, I like them all. Like, there's not a track that I've been to that I'm like, I don't really want to come back here. But I'd say I had to put my track in there just because, I mean, it's a good thing
Obvious
to do.
plug, yeah.
And the Nitro Compound, which is also in Arizona, it's a super cool track, like super big, open, big jumps. And I'd probably say LCRC too, because that track is just beautiful and it's got good dirt. So I'd say those are probably the three. I know I'm for sure forgetting one in America, but
Yeah.
there's so many.
There's so many awesome tracks.
Yeah.
So many.
Are you going to make it this week, Camden?
No, I'm not.
Right.
I can't make it. I got some stuff to do with my little brother, and then I already signed up for the Georgia race and the adrenaline race coming up in I think about a month or something like that. So
Yeah.
take some time off and get ready for those.
Nice. What's your favorite event to go to then?
I'll probably say Silver State, just because that race is so cool being in a casino. Like, we
Yeah.
don't. That's like the closest thing to just being like a thing. Like, I think people would actually go watch it if it was at a casino. You know what I mean? Like, people that don't
Yeah.
watch RC racing. So I'd say that just because like you literally never have to leave the building, like the hotel, because they have 6 or 7 different restaurants in there, so you're eating different every night. And if you get tired, you just walk up to your room and take a nap, or if you feel gross, you just walk up, take a shower. There's a pool. That pool's like maybe 50 feet, 50 or 100 feet from the um, arena, so you literally can just walk straight to the pool after you do your qualifying run. And I think
Yeah.
for like, especially for people that aren't racing for for work or as a pro, Silver State is by far the race they should go to.
Okay.
That is pretty appealing when you put everything like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty rad.
I,
The only thing that does suck about it is the fumes get pretty bad in there, but
Yeah.
that's every arena race that we have. So,
I definitely get stuck drunk at the roulette table when I'm up to race. I know it.
yeah,
I'd
I'm
be
sure
like
there's
down
been
3
plenty of
grand.
people- There's been plenty of people that have not made their qualifying round or main event on accident, but
That's
they're having fun. So
Oh yeah, big deal. For the people like you said that aren't getting paid to do it, the hobbyists.
And I mean, even us, we'll go down there.
Well, yeah,
have
you're gonna have fun. You're gonna make sure you don't miss your fucking
No,
qualifier.
yeah.
What are some of your best memories, like racing RC, whether it's just traveling with some of your racing buddies or racing at the track? Like, when you just think over the past several years that you've been doing this professionally, like, what are some of your best memories there?
I would say like for sure just being able to travel around with my dad from such a young age, and getting to see a bunch of cool places. Like, he came to Australia and Spain with me, so like seeing places like that, it's super cool to have him. And then I have one that I think it was like 2018 DNC. I got second place in intermediate, and like damn near my whole family was there, like cousins and uncles and aunts. So that was cool because you don't get to race in front of your family. I mean, they always keep track up on like YRC or all the media coverage, but having them in person there was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
How far was the old DNC from you?
Yeah, that was at Fear Farm. It's
Yeah.
like 25 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
The track's actually still there. It's a fifth scale track. So they race fifth scale on it now, but it just closed down again because the owner, whoever owned the land for all those years that I was there, sold that land, and I don't think they're going to be having it anymore. So I think Fear Farm's fully gone. But I don't want to speak, and I don't know if I'm correct, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
Gotcha. That sucks.
Yeah, that facility was awesome. I was lucky enough to grow up. Like, that's where I grew up, practiced, raced my whole life. So seeing a place like that go away, it sucks.
Yeah.
Your dad's track, how close is that to like your house?
It's like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, no way. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
it's pretty nice.
So generally, like if you have practice, want to go test something, you're just gonna hop on, go to that track.
Yeah, I'll just go there. Like if I go practice now, it'll be like super early in the morning. Just
Yeah.
that way it's like somewhat a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's for sure the place I practice at the most. And sometimes I'll go to the nitro compound with like Mayfield because he lives a little bit in the middle, I would say. But he goes to the nitro compound mainly, or he'll come to Adobe every now and then. But I'll go meet up with them and practice out there, or they'll come down to my side of town and we'll practice at Adobe.
Yeah. Nitro buggy, your favorite class where you're putting all the most effort in?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love
feel you.
driving. I like driving truggy, nitro truggy, but like nothing beats when you have a good result in nitro buggy. Like it's a good feeling.
Yeah. Prestige.
Yeah.
I got a question. Going back to the whole you being with S-Works thing, because obviously S-Works is like a great car, a great company. You know, they're putting in great results right now. They got great drivers, but they aren't very popular in America, and they only got one distributor, with BHRC, right? Is the only distributor for S-Works, or
Yeah.
so? Are they planning on invading U.S. market more than that, or?
No, I think we're just planning on sticking with BHRC. BHRC is pretty big, so
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
I think for us, we'll probably keep it with BHRC, and well, obviously we are because like Brent's my guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we just keep on. I think we just keep on getting results, growing the brand. It's definitely grown crazy amounts from when I joined in 20. So I think we've been doing pretty well. And,
Oh
and then
yeah.
obviously they're huge in Europe too, which I think overall as a company, we're definitely feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great brand with great results right now. And I mean, I don't know how it is on the West Coast, but like on the East Coast, I can't even think of anyone that drives us works. I know there's a couple of them in our
Tiny
little,
and all them.
all
There's
tiny
quite a
and all
few.
them do. Okay.
Yeah. So if you go
Yeah.
like I think South
Tiny
Carolina
Boston.
area,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like North Carolina, I think that region they
Yeah.
kind of
North
got that a
Carolina,
lot.
South Carolina are huge just because BHRC is
It's right there. Yeah.
from
Yeah.
South Carolina. So that whole Georgia, it's pretty big. We have a lot of people in Texas too. A lot of that was thanks to Brandon Rose before he left,
Yeah.
and a lot of them stuck with it. A couple people obviously followed him because that's their guy. But I think in Texas it's pretty big, and then we have a lot of people up in the Pacific Northwest,
So
and we have a lot of people in the Midwest with Mike Servo. So we got it all spread out pretty good, and I think we're doing pretty solid.
yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
Brent's killing it too. In that case, that's way more than I thought or knew of, honestly. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, give it a couple years and see how big S Works is. You know, it's gonna
Yeah,
grow like weed.
it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. They're number 2 on our manufacturer point series too.
Yeah. No,
Sweet.
there.
So I mean, they're killing it. Like all you pro guys and stuff that are running them, like, are getting the results and moving
Yeah.
them up there. And I'm not shitting on Techno by saying this, but I think they're only the top because so many people do run them.
And that's what I was about to say is
Yeah.
S Works has a little bit of quality over quantity going right now. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of excellent techno every pro driver obviously is excellent, but
Yeah.
techno right now has the most pro drivers. If I threw a dart, you know, in a group of pro drivers, I'm probably gonna hit a techno driver.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then that's like X-Ray too. X-Ray has a pile of drivers too, at least on more regional level, not necessarily in the
Yeah.
pro side, but
Yeah, they've been having a good year too. So
oh, an
props to
extremely
them.
good year. Just like Lefty was saying on his
year.
latest podcast, they've won like every Euro or national title so far this year.
Yeah, they're
So
killing it.
Especially
So,
10 scale.
Yeah.
There's so many of
Yeah.
them.
yeah,
they got a good 10 scale group, and then obviously like with Chase Lemieux starting to run more 8 scale, and I mean, he's been so impressive just coming in and do it and getting results like that at nationals the Wicked Weekend. It's been pretty.
no,
cool
no,
to see
Chase
for him.
is awesome with it. And then
Yeah.
picking up Dakota, and then they got Rana
Yeah.
Falk overseas kicking ass. So
Yeah.
that's like a
They're definitely
dream
doing
team.
it right.
Yeah.
it was cool to see Chase come to one of our local events, Motorama,
Mm-hmm.
and like I didn't expect him to do so well. He ended up winning the event for e-buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I just thought he was some random like 10 scale guy. No offense if you do listen to this, Chase. Like I didn't know who he really was. I just knew that he ran a lot of 10 scale, and all of a sudden he wins the event against Mayfield, Lutz, and all them. So it's like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this guy's
Yeah.
fast. Out of
He's
nowhere.
pretty good, man. He's good.
Well, his dad,
Yeah.
you know, was the guy back in the day of carpet racing, like on-road carpet racing. So definitely
he was
grew
the
up with a
man.
controller in his hands.
Paul's for sure one of the guys that the young guys always heard of being like a legend.
Yeah.
Paul was for sure one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember seeing some YouTube videos on him.
Well, if you watch like basically any old RC racing YouTube video from like the late 90s, early 2000s, it's always carpet on-road racing, like 12 scale and brush motors and stuff. And you're going to hear Paul
Yeah.
Lemieux. Like, you're going to hear the name over the announcer's voice at some point.
Typically we do.
Yeah. Pretty nuts.
Camden, you ever branch off, do some like random RC things like on road just for fun, play around? I don't know, RC boats, planes, things like that.
Yeah, definitely do like sometimes we'll go like a bunch of us will go like rock crawling. We'll be like just to have some fun and hit some rocks. And then RC planes too. My dad used to do that for actually a career. So he used to be a full-time RC pilot for Horizon Hobbies for like 20 years or something like that.
No way. That's crazy.
Yeah. He worked for Horizon for 23 years, I think it was, and then he was on their race team and was national champion in that.
Wow.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What are your go-to crawlers and planes?
I don't really know any. I mean, axial for sure probably is I think what
Yeah.
we have for the crawler, and the plane stuff is typically all E-flight.
Okay.
I mean, my
figured
dad. I don't know.
Horizon
they're
based. Yeah.
Typically, it's all my dad. So
Yeah.
he'll go out in the front yard and do some crazy stuff, and I'm like, all right, let's go drive an RC car now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out of questions for you, Camden, for specific you bio questions. I have a couple things I want to talk about as a group if we want to.
No.
Couple things for him real quick before we go to that, Alex. So there's a lot of people that are always starting Nitro, right? So 2 questions for you, 2 parts. So when you're getting ready, your Nitro buggy or Nitro truggy, when you're getting it ready for an event, what's your normal maintenance plan like for specifically the motor? How do you get it ready for the event? What do you do?
Typically, it depends on the event. If it's some kind of like little race, I'll just typically go through it. Just take the header off and look in the back of the piston and see if it has got any scarring or anything. And then just new clutch shoes. That's a big thing. Clutch shoes are huge on tuning. And then filters and making sure the gaskets are all good, glow plug. And I mean, typically with my Ultimate engines, there's not a lot that typically goes wrong, which I'm grateful to be running for them. So I would say like the biggest 4 or 5 things is like clutch, filter, make sure the gaskets are good, make sure, the glow plug's good. I put a new one in for an event, but I would say that's probably like the main thing.
Yeah. When it comes to the clutch, you 4-shoe, 3-shoe,
4-shoe.
like 4-shoe. What do you have a general rule of thumb? Like, do you measure the clutch? Like, hey, when it gets to this measurement, it's done, or you just visually look at it to when it gets to a certain wear point?
Yeah, I run. I'm running the Ultimate clutch now, but before I was running the ProTech clutch. I ran that for years. And like generally, if the wear point was past the spring hole, is when like I would change it for like a big event or something like that. But I'd keep them for like practice or club racing. You know what I mean? That way I'm not just wasting a bunch of shoes 24/7. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sponsored by ProTech, so I paid for that stuff. You know what I mean? So I just try to keep it as together as I could.
Fair enough.
But I would say like the spring hole on the shoe is when I would like, all right, let's probably change this, especially like at a big race. But if it's like club racing or stuff, I just kind of let it go until I'm like, all right, it's time. Like it's just kind of like a eyesight thing. I don't know.
Yeah, no. So part 2 to this is big events only. So like 3-day races. During that weekend, do you have like your little ritual that you follow to where you always change or check certain things throughout the weekend? And especially like going into the main event, what all are you doing to your nitro car to make sure it's going to last that race?
I don't really. I wouldn't say I have like. I mean, I would say just like racing so much, you kind of get in like a repetitive stage of like you just like know to like, hey, make sure your battery's charged, or hey, make sure you're, you know, checking your shocks or stuff like that. But like before a main event, and this has definitely helped me like the last year and a half, because I I definitely had some bad DNS for a little while. I had a little run of them. I literally will just go through every screw. I mean, I'll just make sure everything's tight, and if something breaks in the main event, then I typically hopefully knew it's not my fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't mind. I don't mind. That's why I also do I love doing all my own wrenching, because if I were if like, and especially like at a national championship, and I break and someone was wrenching on my stuff, I want to be the person to be blamed. You know what I mean? I don't want to blame anyone else. I want it all to be on me.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. And if I do break, then typically it's like a fluke thing. As of lately.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I'm in the same boat. No, I work on Alex's car a lot, so he can blame me for a break.
I love when people work on my shit.
It always goes faster because it drives straight.
Yeah, because I find out all the
There's that too.
wrong screws and
Yeah.
wrong holes I put things in. It's like my real life.
Droop, camber, and toe all of a sudden are straight and even.
Right.
That's some good advice though about the clutch. I run the Protect clutch in my stuff, so I'm actually curious about tearing apart my clutch belt now and double checking the pad thickness, because I was
Yeah, I
hoping to
mean,
get like
if the
a whole
pad
season
is
for me, but you run a ton more than I do,
yeah.
so
If the pad, I mean, like if you can still see silver on the top, it'll still be fine. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If you're running an aluminum shoe, that I obviously base it off the aluminum shoe.
Mhm.
I run 2 carbon, 2 aluminum, so I'll just base it off that. And if I feel like I need to change it, I'll obviously change all 4 and go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. 2 carbon, 2 aluminum, kind of whatever Drake says to run, like I'll just go
Yeah.
with that. So, he does a ton more testing than I do, so he knows.
Just
I
out of
got
pure curiosity, like
yeah.
you with the 2 carbon, 2 aluminum, do you ever change just the carbon, or do you always
No,
do all
I
4?
always just change all 4.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That way
'Cause
it just all wears evenly, and you don't have to really worry about maybe the aluminum shoe wearing more than the carbon shoe. You know what I mean?
I would
Yeah.
assume, just like you're saying, like you'd have the thickness of one or the other touching the bell like sooner.
Yeah.
Um, Depends too on the spring that you're using as well, but I would assume that it would start grabbing the clutch bell and then all of a sudden it would start throwing off things a little bit differently till they wear evenly. But
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
definitely a possibility.
Yeah. So, Camden, what's one thing you've learned through the years that you wish you knew when you started RC?
Probably 2 things: how important maintenance is, and how important racecraft is. They're for sure like the 2. I wish obviously racecraft just comes with time and maturity, especially at like a
Mhm.
pro level. But for sure the maintenance stuff, I wish I would have taken that a lot more serious years prior, because I think I could have been where I'm at, like where I'm at right now, 2 years ago, which
Yeah.
I have a bit like when you look back at it, it's a little disappointing, but also like I wouldn't be where I am today without making those mistakes. So
How would somebody new learn racecraft? Like you're saying, like I would say one of the top guys in the field that has the best racecraft is Mayfield right now. And obviously, you guys are close. Did you pick up a lot of things from him, or would you suggest like the new people to start working with older people that have been in the hobby for a while? Or how would they learn that?
I mean, racecraft just comes with like being in a race atmosphere, and like you're only gonna learn it while racing against other people. You can't really like train yourself by yourself on track to have that race mentality. And I've definitely picked up on a couple of things, Ryan, just like being around him so much, learning a thing or two. So I mean, a lot of it is like maintaining the race. Like he's just so calm on the stand. Like it's pretty ridiculous how great this guy is.
Yeah. Alex, do you have a group question?
Well, I have one more individual question now because I thought of one. So Camden, how long you plan on playing Racer Dude? You plan on being a pro racer, just like riding it out, see how far it gets you, or like you got a 10-year plan?
Yeah, I think it was 23. I kind of talked to my dad. I just graduated high school. So I was like, yeah, I'll give you a year to see if it happens. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. And I kind of made it happen a little bit. And then obviously 24, a lot more results. And then this year, it's turned into a full-time thing. So I see it as I'm just going to kind of ride it out until, one, I either want to go make a lot of money doing something else, or two, I just kind of fall out of it, which I don't think I ever will. I think I'll always race RC cars no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just kind of riding it out. I'm still only 20, so I like to travel and check things out and see cool places. So definitely for sure riding it out for the next couple of years for sure.
Yeah, and just like you said, while you're young, do it. Like when I was young in the military, I didn't even have a dog at the time, no family, no girlfriend or nothing, and life was crazy, but it was awesome, you know. So much fun to do when you're young, and the best time to do it.
For sure.
That's a super cool opportunity you got. So definitely take advantage of it. And
Yeah.
one other suggestion I could have for you, and maybe you see it, maybe it's too much work, is starting to get on the social media stuff, start vlogging and all that. Build up like a YouTube channel, things like that. Like you're already out kind of doing it. Like you have like a ton of people who are interested in this niche, and you could
Yeah.
take advantage of, vlogs and seeing what travel's like for some of you guys. And you got a ton of cool people you get to hang out with all the time as well.
For sure. Yeah, that's definitely been I started the year out with a couple videos on YouTube, and I was gonna keep on going, but time and at the race, I'm not really focused on, like, I don't want to just grab my camera and start filming or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm focused on at the race. But for sure, like some of the little races, I actually have one. I haven't posted it, but okay.
You're good.
I have one that I haven't posted, which was from some race here. I haven't really edited it at all. I just haven't really felt the want to edit it. But I think I'll for sure do like a couple like tips and tricks things. But
Yeah.
I think the vlogging thing will probably go a little bit better. I think also the little hot lap challenge I did with like B-Rose. I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
I did.
I think
I
that
thought
a
that
lot
was
of
sweet.
people like that. So I
Yeah.
was planning maybe doing that like as a little series. I think that's what I'll probably do. But I try and post. I mean, I post on Facebook obviously and Instagram. I have a TikTok that I post just some laps just to hopefully a couple of them get a 10,000 views or something like that, and some random guy sees it and wants to go get an RC car. So I try and do as best as I can. I definitely should. I want to do the YouTube thing because it can actually make some money too from that. So
Yeah. You're already
Well,
doing it. You
yeah,
just got to spend
right.
the extra time to record it is all. So
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely, or it's in the plans to do a couple more videos. But right now I'm just really focusing on getting results and
yeah.
trying to
For
win
sure.
races.
Yep.
Yeah, don't distract from trying to win because we're rooting for you and you're doing pretty good. So, but if you get an opportunity to, like the hot lap challenge and stuff, I thought that was pretty sweet, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know B Rose, but he seems like a pretty cool dude. And you two
Yeah, he's
together sound like you guys have like a blast.
I forgot my top 5. I didn't put him in there. He's
Yeah,
gonna be pissed.
it's too late. It's too late. We can't go back
Oh,
now.
he's gonna be so mad.
So you guys got to start beefing now or something like that.
That's my best bud right there, man. I love that kid to death.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe I forgot him. Oh my god.
Yep. He's not gonna let you live that down.
No, for sure.
And then I think you also mentioned about going to practice at Thornhill, and we were talking about Mason Fuller. You didn't even bring up B Rose being there as well for practice.
Nope.
Yeah. He lives, I think it's like 2.5 hours from there. So actually, after the Lone Star, I went to his house for a couple of days, and that's when we filmed that video and just hung out.
Yeah.
He's one of my close friends. So and then I flew out to another race from Houston. But yeah, that kid's, man, he's so good. It's ridiculous how good that guy is, man.
hmm You guys bounce a lot of like ideas and stuff, or driving tips, setup, things like that off each other.
Definitely. Me and Biros for sure. Like even he's not even on my team anymore, but
Yeah.
I think it's just as like being a best friend that he
Mhm.
wants to see me do good and I want to see him do good. So I go up at nationals for sure. I was going up to him quite a bit, and asking him like, because he lives there, so asking him like, hey man, what tires are you going out on? And he'd always help me out, and that's one thing I love about Biros is he's not the guy like for a random guy to go up to him and talk to him. He's one of the most coolest guys. On top of like he'll tell you everything. Like he doesn't have any secrets.
Yeah. I found that out about most of you guys, like running pro level. Of course, like you guys sharing secrets to some of us peasants that aren't even going to be in the same main as you might be a little bit different. But all you guys have been super chill. Like there's only like two I could count that were kind of like somewhat dickish, but
Yeah.
like all you guys are like really cool, give out any secret. Like most of the guys even hand out parts if you need, things
Oh,
like
for sure.
that.
Yeah.
So like just I don't know, super appreciative of like everybody in this hobby.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty cool hobby that we got to
Mhm.
for like people like that to be pretty close to the pro guys and like you can't really go do that at Supercross or F1. You can't just go up to
Yeah.
Jet Lawrence or Max Verstappen and be like, hey man, I got my dirt bike, but I don't know, the shock's a little soft in there. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Walk up to Lewis
Speaking of
Hamilton. My
things like
Camry's got a
that,
misfire.
Yeah, right.
speaking of things like that, so like you guys got to go out and practice with usually like the sportsman drivers and things like that. Um, is there anything you would like to see different, like whether it's like seeding rounds, things like that? Some of you guys to separate those sportsman type drivers from you guys that are paid to be there, and you guys are kind of basing like your income. So it's a little bit more important for you guys to get the practice time without being uninterrupted with some of the sportsman drivers, or how do you view that?
Yeah, I mean, most of the races like they have already like at DNC and Silver State. There's it's all heat like by heat controlled practice, which I like because I don't really think like maybe for like a sportsman level driver they will want to be on the track as much as possible, but like 2 rounds of practice and let's go racing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like the racing. I don't really like just like a Worlds, man. It was like 3 full days of practice and it was just like, man, when are we gonna get on the clock? And we were gonna get on the clock, but it was still practice because it was just seating. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Yeah.
oh my goodness gracious! But like definitely like at Wicked Weekend, it's pretty gnarly because like it's just open practice. There's no anything. So you're out there, and I mean, we're trying to make our cars as best as possible, and obviously the closing speed on some of the cars out there are pretty gnarly. So definitely, there's definitely some takeouts in practice, and I like I always apologize, but I'm like I can't really do anything about it. Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to win this again. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I would say like controlled practice I think is good, and like especially like in Europe they have all the schedules. Like they know exactly what time they're gonna race. Like AMS we do that, and I think that's one of the best races of the year. So I wouldn't mind going like a schedule route too for the big races.
So do you not need that many practice laps to like learn some of the layouts? Obviously, different ones are tricky. You can't apply this answer to all of them. But would you say most events you go to, like different track layouts, you only need 2 sessions of practice and you're good to start qualifying? Or
Yeah, I'd say that's one of the, like the things for me that I think like I guess most talent for me is like I can just adapt to the track. Like I don't really need that much time on a track to where like I'll feel comfortable on it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But typically like at PNB or like a Wicked Weekend and it's like an open practice, you can run out as many times as you want. Like second or third run, I'm like, all right, now it's like full
Yeah.
focus on car. Like I take those first two just to get around the track and learn and get like the depth perception correct, and then after that, it's full focus on car.
You struggle at all with depth perception, like some of the bigger tracks, like LCRC to us is one of the bigger tracks, but PNB would probably be another big one, things like that, or no?
I don't think so. Just because I grew up racing at Fear Farm, and I was like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, track in America for like the longest time. So, I mean, I was always like I felt it worse when I was like a small track because I'm like, this is weird, like looking way too close to the ground. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I would say like that helped me out a lot too. Is just having a huge track like that. I didn't really have that problem.
Yeah. It's cool. Alex, I'm sorry I kind of jumped in front of you.
No, I don't have anything.
I thought you had a group question or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I got that. But
Yeah.
all right, Mike, you got anything else for Camden before we close the
Nope. Do not.
Squeeze and Limes part of the bit? All right, we're gonna play a quick commercial and shout out our friends down at ACS. They're redoing their 1RC track. It's gonna be 1,000,000 times bigger. It's now a super speedway, so that'll open up here in September. Till then, here's the commercial.
So, how do you hobby? At ACS Hobbies, we've got everything to fuel your passion and spark your creativity. Whether you're into RC cars, model trains, boats, or planes, we have a huge selection of kits, parts, and accessories. Need paints or tools? We've got you covered. Test your skills on our RC crawler course or race on our oval track. There's always something fun to do. Plus, discover an awesome range of games for all ages. ACS Hobbies is your ultimate destination for hobby enthusiasts. Visit us today and start building your next adventure.
With like BMW and stuff too, I know he was into, but
Yeah, he does that quite a bit.
yeah.
That guy practices more than anyone I know.
He runs a ton. Same thing
lot.
like at our tracks up here.
Yeah.
Like he's
And
just
he won't
always
get off the
running.
stand. He just stays up there and drives
Yep.
and drives and drives and drives.
Yep. You can always pick his stuff out because he's got the orange scheme and he's got that like big fin next to the
Yeah.
engine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really smart when it comes to cars, man. His car's always pretty good.
Mhm.
That's definitely a guy. If you guys ever have set up questions, I'd ask him because I
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
ask him to this day.
I'm not sure what he even runs. Is it
He's running a Kyosho
Car?
right now.
Yeah. All right. It
But
was
he
just
he's one of those guys that buys every car and just
Yeah.
tries it because he doesn't want a sponsorship. He just enjoys tinkering with new cars.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Like
respect
he
that.
ran X-Ray for a while. He ran an HB car. He ran a Mugen car. He's ran it all.
Yeah. It was just the Kyosho Classic up here. It's kind of like a new thing at Trains and Lanes. It's a track close to us as well. Lutz was up here. We used to have HB race days, but obviously HB did its thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so we don't have that anymore. But it
Are you guys
changed over
far
to
from that new
Kyosho.
track in Ohio?
The what?
So I'm only 2 hours away from it. The track where
You go-
Spencer was at?
You go to that club race last weekend or something?
No,
What track?
no,
That
it
track looks
was yesterday.
yesterday, right?
Oh, the new track.
Rockville.
Yeah, yeah. It's only 2 hours for me.
Look pretty
4.5 for
Right.
me.
Yeah, I
It's
gotta
like Spencer's only like an hour and a half for me too.
get my
Yeah,
in there.
Fluffy was pretty impressed there. He said it was cool.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
pretty
it
cool.
does look nice.
We call Spencer Eckert Fluffy. That's his nickname for us.
Does he take to it well? Like if I'm, I feel like every time I see Spencer Heckert, him and I are standing in line to one of the food trucks somewhere.
Yeah.
So if I'm just like, "Hey, Fluffy," will he take to it or no?
Yeah, he'll just be like, "What's up?" Like he's
All right.
he's one of the nicest guys I've ever seen, man.
Yeah.
He got that from
Hey.
when he used to have his super long hair, like super long hair, and
Yeah.
I think it was someone at the track that started it, and then like now I feel like it's just like me and Mayfield that call him that, and his dad.
Okay. He's not going to the e-buggy worlds, is he?
No, he'll be at Mugen Challenge.
Okay.
he's
Mayfield's
going-
going to e-buggy
Yeah, he's
worlds,
going-
Skip and Mugen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's going to
Mayfield, Joey.
Yeah.
Who are the others?
Dakota.
Dakota, yeah, obviously.
B-Rose is going. He was supposed
Okay,
to go to
B
Mugen
Rose is
Challenge.
going. I didn't know he
He
was.
got,
There's
he
two
got the
other
okay to go.
Roar guys going.
I don't know if Mason's
Wiggins?
going. He talked about it. At
Yeah,
Wiggins.
Wiggins
I
is
don't know if
going to Worlds. So then, I don't know who the six. I didn't
Yeah.
know B Rose was going. That's one of the two I didn't know was going.
Mason said he was talking about it, and then I don't know if he is or not, but
He might be the
that
same.
weekend was the clock. I think he should go for sure.
Oh
He's
yeah,
dialed in
yeah.
Yeah. That would put that race in contention for some money for you guys, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I don't think it is on ours, but I'm sure if you won, they're gonna pay something. I mean, it's World Championship, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have that, like, I don't want to pry too much, like when some of the top guys, like you get 5, 6, 7, 8 top guys on the top 25 list at the race, does that then put that race in money perspective for you?
not for us. We already like before the year, we already have it all.
You have like a list of races.
Okay.
Yeah, we have like
Yeah.
obviously DNC. I think it's DNC Nationals and like maybe Silver State or something like that, and then like the next tier is like the race time races, and then the next tier is like fall brawl and stuff like that. Like this year at Georgia, it's not on our. So if I were to win that race and a lot of the guys are going, I wouldn't win anything. But
I'm surprised Fall Brawl's on it.
I don't
Nothing
really
against
care.
Fall Brawl, but
Yeah, well, Fall Brawl's on it just because of Brent.
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like US
Was
Open's on it too.
Is the Pro AM on there too?
Yeah, that's why I go.
Okay.
Perks of the job.
Yeah.
That race
Nice.
does seem like between that and Fall Brawl, the Pro Am does seem like the more fun race to go to.
Pro-Ams, that's a hoot, man. It's a good time. It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. We keep talking about trying to get down there for one of those races.
The draft thing's pretty cool too. Like it's cool to
Yeah.
help, like you can't like there is a price, like the race obviously has a price, a prize pool of money, whatever it is, and it definitely makes you want to help your drivers out because you're like, well,
Yeah.
my guy goes out there and his car sucks or he breaks or something. I'm not gonna win. Like I can win $1,000.
Well, whenever I decide to go, don't draft me. a very
Well,
very
that's the
risky
thing, too.
gamble.
A lot of the local pro guys out there, they typically win because they know who to pick.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah.
now that I've been there like 3 or 4 years, I kind of know everybody that's there. I talk to everybody, so I have a better understanding for the draft. But the first year out, like I think it was me and Spencer, and me and him were just like, oh, his name looks cool. Yep, he's on my team.
You don't just look at qualifying and you go like, okay, cool, first was already taken, second was taken. I'll just take third.
It's even before qualifying.
Oh really?
Like
Okay.
it's after practice, so you could go on
Like
and
practice
and, like,
times.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
You got
that's a
to
lot
have
of
like a scout like ahead of time, like to help you.
yeah. Yeah.
And because like so Maddie Long or whoever, her two dads were watching all the practice laps and stuff, and they were telling her like a list of people to select.
Yeah,
So,
Joey's
like-
dad did one of those, and I was
Yeah.
like, "You'll send that to me," and he's like, "All right." And then I got like first or second pick, and I picked this guy. And he was pissed. Oh, my God.
Well, see, that can be the bit is we'll go down, and then we'll scout. You don't pick us, and then we
Yeah.
ruin the races for whoever's team we're on, and then we split the profit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
Anyways, I do have this question for the crowd. I've been talking with some people about it, trying to gauge public opinion. And I don't know how it is on the West Coast, but at least in our area. But we like don't do club racing anymore on this side of the country. I mean, it's there, it's more in some places than others, but it's really uncommon. It's kind of hit or miss. Should we get back to it? Are we missing out? Or like what's going on there? Like I understand, like every race is a trophy race now. Okay, whatever.
I was just gonna say, is that what you're trying to say?
Well, it
Get
is.
Get rid of all the trophy races.
Well,
and just have
Definitely
one or
don't
two a
need so
year.
many trophy races for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, and like
I see it as like growing up, club racing was like all we did. Like that, we did
same
a
way
couple
for us,
races
yeah.
a year. And I mean, I don't think I'd be even close to where I'm at without having club racing because you still have a racing mentality. Obviously, like you still want to win the race, but it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like, where if you're spending all this money to go to this big race and you have a bad weekend, it's so like people get so down on themselves for that. It's like, why do we don't really need to be, we don't really need these races where, the entry fee is $120 a class. And this guy is, some guy from West Virginia is going all the way to, I don't know, whatever states around there. And you get stuck, and like, it's just like, there's no point. Like, it's like for one race or two races, but there's a big race every single month now. Like, if not two, like I would say there's a big race almost every weekend.
I
And
I agree with that. Yeah, definitely. And like, but I'm talking just like there's big race, then there's trophy race, like hand in hand, but they're different. Because I'm speaking on like
I see what you mean.
our
Yeah.
it's like the 50 to 80 entry races, and it's always the same. Like it's a club race, just you're getting a plaque at the end of it. And then there's like our big races, our LCRC, Kyosho Classic, Big Apple Challenge, or X-Ray Challenge at Browns, Adrenaline. When they do their invitational and everything, like those are our big races. But our 3 local tracks to Mike and I in the Pittsburgh area, we just alternate who trophy races, and then someone club races on LCRC weekend because half of us go to LCRC, and
It's for like, I don't know. It's tough to say because like I don't know if it's like the track's thinking they'll make more money that way. If like the trophy's enticing to these people, like the most. I mean, obviously everybody wants to win a trophy at the end of the day. Like the trophy's cool to have,
yeah,
but I see it as like we definitely like we club race. I think it's like during the winter time when it's like nice out. It's like every other weekend. I think we do a club race.
yeah,
And then we have 2 big races at our track. That's it.
yeah.
I think that's how it should be.
And that's what I've been kind of thinking in my head, because I everyone wants to do a trophy race, one for money because the allure and the imagination of having more entries is there, drawing more people from different places, but then more tracks pop up, and so now it's like, okay, well, each track is only doing 1 trophy race a month, but now every weekend you're having a fucking trophy race. And none of the other tracks are club racing because everyone's at the other track,
Right.
So
Like,
it's just pain in the ass.
like when it comes to like Alex, like when it comes to like our local track, like WO for example, right? When you have the trophy race once a month, but you're also mixing it with 412 and whoever else, right? It to me, it's just like we ask people from out of the area to come to that race, right? To come to WO and check it out, blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, it's a trophy race or whatever, but if they miss it, who cares? There's another one next month.
Mm-hmm.
But when you only have one a year, that's the race to attend. Come to this race.
Well, and then even trying to reschedule, like, it doesn't rain in Arizona often, but it rains every day here sometimes. So even trying to reschedule, if we only had 2 trophy races a year, okay, that club race we were going to do next weekend, we're going to make that a trophy race. If it rained out the original date. So it could save a lot there.
And kind of like on the money side of it, though, it's like, does it really pull more people in? Like, just using our track as an example, like, I don't personally think so. And then when you have like a lighter entry count, 40, 50 or whatever, you're still paying hundreds of dollars for awards.
Oh, even at 60, 70 entries, we're only making like $100, maybe. And
that's what I'm
not
saying.
Considering
it's like
the power bill,
so.
the property tax, the fuel, and the skid steer to do the track, like, it might be breaking even, but
yeah,
I think a lot of it too is the tracks need to work together. Like they need to, like in that, like say, like in our area, we have like the nitro compound and our track. So we talk to them, they talk to us. Say, hey, we're having this race. We're going to club race, this day or this weekend. So maybe you guys don't club race that way. Your guys, what I'm saying, like so.
Yeah.
Say you guys have an area of 4 or 5 tracks or whatever it is, and you get together with those tracks. You talk to them. That way, it's not like the tracks aren't competing against each other to generate entries.
No,
I mean?
And it was definitely
it was
like that last year.
I was gonna say 2 months ago, there was 7 different events I was considering driving to within 4 or 5 hours because it was like the opener weekend for Tilt Yard, and Tom was having a race that weekend, so they're the further tracks for me. So like the 5-hour range, but Yeah, there were 7 different events the same weekend. Oh, within
Right.
what I consider driving range. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's different. Like maybe say when one of your tracks is having a trophy race, and then all the other tracks are trying to club race. Well, maybe like one of those tracks still does a club race. That way, like those guys still can go. I mean, even if it's 40, 50 entries, at the end of the day, it's there. I mean, as I guess a track owner in a way. Like I'm not a track owner. My
No,
dad and
yeah,
my
yeah,
our
I
guy
hear you.
Josh is, but I see it as like we just want everybody that's going to be at the track or out of the race to have fun and like you know they enjoy it. It's their hobby to drive an RC car. So
Right.
if we can just make it to where all the tracks and like everybody can get together and you get the 200 to 250 entries on a trophy race, and then like if you can break 100 entries on a club race, you're killing it.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean, like Hobby Action does it quite a bit. They break 100 entries on a Wednesday night club race. I'm like,
That's insane.
you guys are, it's pretty dope. But the only downfall of that is, it's a Wednesday night racing, so they don't finish till 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
these
makes for a
guys,
long
they
night.
all show up. They love it, so they all show up and go to work at 6, 7, 8 a.m. the next day.
No, that's crazy. But like you said, it is beneficial too if track A is having a trophy race for track B to still club race, because some guys are sole hobbyists and don't want to drive more than 15 or 20 minutes maybe to go play with their toy car, which is fine. I respect that. It's not a big deal to them. So they only want to race at that local track that's 15 or 20 minutes away from them. And then there's other people that want to hit every single track within a 4 or 5 hour distance like Taylor and try to alternate. So there's definitely pros to it.
I think it's a
sure.
mentality of the person too. Like, I'm sure we all see it. Like the up and comers, people are doing like okay and like decent, and they're trying to get like a sponsor deal or something like that. And they think that trying to go to like Joe Schmo's track, winning like the $5 cardboard trophy, is going to get them the next chassis sponsor deal, things like that.
Yeah.
That's a big thing too. Is all these guys. That's all they want is sponsorships.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's just people. I mean, Ryan is the one. Mayfield will come on here and he'd be like, "Nope, no sponsorships." Like the way it used to be back in the day is like you were either sponsored and you were a pro guy, or you just weren't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's when club racing was booming. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
every track had hundreds of entries. Like, so I don't know
That's
if
what I'm
that's
alluding
something
to.
do with it. Like people are too focused on getting. I mean, I was sponsored young, so I can't really like. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like double backing here, but
But you also should be
I don't-
sponsored the way you are because you're very
well, yeah,
talented
now,
and you're proving it.
well, I mean, like even when I was still in, I was sponsored by an engine and tire company when I was in Sportsman. I mean, I only ran it one. Like my way that I did it was if I podiumed at a race, I was moving up. So when I podiumed DNC, I moved straight up to intermediate at Silver State, and then I podiumed DNC in intermediate, and I went straight to pro at Silver State, which is only 2 or 3, 4 months away. So I think the sponsorship thing is just tough because obviously
Yeah.
everybody wants. I mean, obviously companies want to help people out, but at the same time, it's like kind of the costs of racing RC cars. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, and the hobby is
Yeah.
really expensive right now too. Like for the
sure.
people without any
Huge.
sponsors, like it is you're gonna spend two grand or more to buy all brand new e-buggy stuff, and then let alone
Okay,
tires
yeah.
and a good radio and all that. So even if you just have that one chassis sponsor or that one tire sponsor, and you can save that little bit of money. Like that's the one thing I learned when I started using Techno's military discount was, okay, now to buy those other springs or to buy those other spindles, it's now a fraction of the cost compared to what it was. So I'm willing to try more things and test a little more, and that's one of the reasons I contribute to me getting faster over the past couple years. Is it's been cheaper to
Yeah.
it's been cheaper to do it.
100%. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
And
definitely
honestly,
it's fun.
honestly, that's huge though, Alex. Like what you just said of like now that you can get the option parts cheaper, now you can tune your car, right?
yeah,
Like you get a tire sponsorship, you could buy more tires, more compounds, whatever. You could be more well prepared going to a race. So right there, you're already more competitive.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, even with me,
Because you have options.
even with me just having the military discount with Techno and Tekin, like, so I can save money here. I don't have any tire affiliate, of course. I don't have any affiliate, but so now I'm saving money on electronics and chassis. So now I have this extra money I can spend on my tires. So, you know, just like that, it comes full circle, just like you said. Now I can buy the other tires in the different compounds. Like I just bought my first sets of Aquas from LCRC. I need to glue them up yet, but like, I don't know if I'll ever run them. I'll be asking Taylor, is it time for these yet? I'm gonna say no.
No, I'm not much of an aqua guy.
They're here.
That's all I ran
Yeah.
at Mugen Challenge last year. I think I went 23. I ran medium. I was on hard race. I ran medium like the whole time.
You're doing the 45-minute Nitro main though, right?
Yeah, I think it was 30. I don't remember. But I was running in qualifying.
He's
I'll
only
be the
e-buggy.
6-minute C
so-
main.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a big
I
difference.
mean, even still in a 10-minute race at LCRC, I've been running on soft long wears most of the summer.
Oh yeah, I've been on blues
know.
pretty much. Well, blues or greens, but by main day it's mostly blues.
it's been a weird
Yeah, that and
summer for us because I've been using greens like a ton at LCRC. Just the way the surface temperature is and like the abrasiveness hasn't been there.
Yeah.
So really getting away with running a green. I like a lot of bite out of my tire too. So sometimes I'll run a little softer than I need to, but really hasn't been much of like an A2 summer for us
Yeah.
here at least. I know we're kind of getting
But it's been a
off
wet
subject
summer.
a little bit.
Right, well, that's the point of a
yeah, I
I was gonna say,
podcast.
Camden, when you come to LCRC, I've been as hard as T3. I haven't needed T4 yet. So
Yeah,
T3
I've
's
never
right
ran
there.
T4 before.
So yeah, I've never even seen one.
I don't think I've even ran T3.
I ran T3 Havocs there one race on truck.
I mean, all this year I've ran T1, a little bit of T2, and then at nationals I was running clay the whole time.
So Mike, you're doing it all wrong.
But I
The
think
track's
if
out-
I went to Mugen Challenge this year and it was feeling a little hot out and the track was a little bit more abrasive because it's a big race, so there's more cars on the track. I would say T3 I would think would work the best.
Yeah, I've been running pretty much the Phantom almost exclusively at LCRC.
Yeah.
Once the
Yeah,
track
for
starts
sure,
to come
that-
around the Phantom, yeah.
I like
The
that.
track
Tires.
I was gonna say the tracks like out your way, Camden. Like, are they loose, like not high bite, hard pack type? Like, how would you describe those tracks you're running on out there?
In Arizona, the nitro compound can be like super loose, but then if like they like maintenance it up quite a bit, it can be pretty high grip and smooth. And then Adobe is like, it depends also on the maintenance, but like at US Open, it's typically like pretty decently high grip, but it's cold out, so we're running like a soft tire. But then like
Yeah.
in March, it's getting hot already, so like it can be super abrasive and high grip. But we have dust no matter what. Like we never have like a pretty clean line. And then like
You guys, good.
and then like in California, which I go there quite a bit, most of the tracks there are pretty like loamy and bumpy, so kind of get the best of both worlds.
You guys water much out there, or no?
Yeah, we have to like on a practice day, maybe not as much as we should, but like during racing, we're always watering because they'll just chew through stuff, man. It gets so dry and dusty, like it makes it miserable.
Yeah, sweet.
Anyone else got anything about going back to club racing?
Well, you
Have
know, I
less
think Camden
trophy
and I,
races, have more club racing.
yeah, I think Camden and I kind of alluded to sponsorships at the level where a lot of people shouldn't be sponsored, kind of ruin club racing, my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of reasons, and that's one of the big ones. But I think we should go back, in our area at least, we should go back to more club racing.
Well, what a lot of people don't know though too, like when it comes to like the sponsorships that a lot of people are getting, you don't have to be the fastest guy. If you're welcoming and helping people at your track, that's how word gets.
Social
gets around
media is
about
the
you
big
more
thing
than you
right
winning
now,
a
too.
race. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many races that people forget about the race a month ago, right? But if they're like, oh, hey, I talked to Alex at LCRC and he helped me a ton with my car. Go talk to Alex next time you're there. You know what I
That
mean?
person lied to
eventually
you.
word gets around. Yeah. I mean, don't actually talk to Alex about setting up your car.
Be like, yeah,
Just
Yeah.
go see Mike.
that. Yeah, go see Alex and Alex will point you to Mike. And then,
I know where he sleeps.
you do. Yeah, I sleep on your futon.
Mike's got this new fancy setup board he can use. He doesn't have to steal mine, so
Yep, it now fits a truck on a setup stand. It's great.
yep.
Cool.
Solid.
Well, now that that's done, I want to geek out over Mugen Challenge this weekend. So, Camden, I don't want to hold you. You're welcome to join us on this conversation, even though you're not coming. But you don't have to if you've got
That's
things to do. So yeah, I don't think I've ever been more excited for a race. Like, this race has been a dream of mine to attend, let alone be on the horn. And we have 2 loops. Me and Davey were geeking out about it. I was down at Tony's last night, helping him with the 1RC track, and Davey showed up and we went out to dinner. And I'm like, Davey, they're gonna have 2 loops. And he's like, I know, I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be the greatest time. It's gonna be so much fun.
Well, it's gonna be a fun event. Like, we're golfing Thursday morning,
You're golfing.
which is gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm golfing.
Are you guys
Um,
going the course across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally right next door. Yeah.
Yeah, I play every time I
Um,
go. LCRC.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're doing like it's a blind draw 4-man scramble or whatever.
Did you do that
one
last year,
people-
Camden?
Yeah.
No, I didn't go last year because we were at Worlds
Oh, right.
or something like Worlds was right there.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
That sounds cool though. I'll for sure do that next year.
Yeah.
I'll probably be out there next year.
Nitro Caddy, Dennis
Yeah.
Brew at Nitro Caddy, they sponsor a golf outing for
Yeah.
everyone. So
Nice. Yeah, I play golf all the time when I'm home.
put it on your schedule for next year
I tried
right now.
playing-
I played all
Yeah.
4 years in high school, and then once I was done with that, I focused on racing. I play every now and then now.
So you're good at golf.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
If you listened to
I wish
episode
I had my
291
talent.
of the No
I wish
Name
I had
RC
my talent.
podcast, you would know.
Yeah, I wish I had my talent in race, the racing talent I have in golf, because I'd be making a lot more money.
Taylor,
Yeah,
what,
I picked up golf a couple years ago to play with my dad. So I'm ass. I just enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Taylor, what's gonna be your Thursday morning fun?
Going to work.
Work?
Yeah.
Like real work or LCRC work?
Yeah. No, seriously, I'm going to work
Like real work?
Thursday morning. Yeah.
Like telework, or
What's that?
are you gonna be on the property, or?
No.
Oh,
I'm
no,
not.
you're not gonna be there Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Oh, well, when are you coming into town?
Hopefully Friday night.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
We'll see.
You're gonna miss
I'll see if
out
I
on
can
fun.
work remotely, maybe Friday, but
Yeah.
if not, just whenever I get done work Friday, I'll start driving down.
Yeah. Well, I know you just started there, so you kind of got to dot your T's and cross your
Yeah.
I's and everything for now.
Yeah, I got a lot going on. It's been a busy couple weeks,
Yeah.
so
Well, how about the pit challenge? You're gonna be there for that, right?
maybe. That's what I told you in the comments. It's like
man.
you're like I was like, I'll see. I don't know. Like I might be there.
I didn't know
but I might
that's
not.
what you meant.
Yeah.
I saw that too.
I
That
was
looks
like-
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Taylor's the mastermind
Alex has
behind
got-
half of it.
Money on me.
I do have
Alex is
money
spending
on
money
Taylor.
on me for
He
bets.
might not
And
even-
I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be there. Yeah. So
Who's your favorite pit person, Camden? On that conversation.
I gotta say my guy Brent. He's been with me for the last couple of years, and we've had some highs and a lot of lows. So
Yeah.
he's been with me through. So I'd say him, and then Billy Fisher too. Man, that guy's awesome.
Nice. Have you ever had?
What are your like? Go ahead,
Uh,
Alex.
like what? Do you have any like terrible, funny, uh, pit stop stories of like a complete kerfuffle in the pits?
I mean, I've had people like grab my car thinking it's Lutz's or like because me and Lutz have pretty similar body. I think that's probably like the craziest thing that's happened in pit lane, I would say.
Did they at least fuel you?
Oh, I do have one actually. My dad, my dad called me in, and it was like a race in Arizona. I think Mason was in town for it, so my dad pitted both of us in the main event, and I run for Nitro X Fuel. Mason runs for Nitro Pro, and as I pull into the pits and I see him put the gun in, I'm looking and I see the fuel's red, not clear. I was like, "Hey, dude, you put in the wrong fuel in my car." And it ran fine, and I came back the next pit, put Nitro X back in, it was fine. But that one was a little scary because I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
I
that'd
swear
make
to
me
God, if I
nervous.
come back because you put the wrong fuel in my car, I'm gonna be so good.
That would make me so nervous for the next 7 minutes.
Yeah, I was definitely puckered up a little bit.
I see you pit for like a decent amount of people if you're not in the main a few
Yeah.
times. So
Yeah, I pitted for like I haven't. Luckily this year, I haven't had nobody's had to
yeah,
ask me to pit, which is a good sign. But I pitted for Dakota last year at AMS. So it was fun.
hmm
I wouldn't. I like doing that too. Like if racing
yeah.
never worked out, I'd go be a full time pit guy. I don't mind it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Part of me enjoys it as much as like racing because like
I'm
when I
way more
work with
nervous in
Lutz,
the pit
yeah, I was
than
gonna
I
say
am
when
on
I
the
work with Lutz and all that, I'm like his check kind of sometimes depends on this. So it's like,
Yeah.
My little B main win doesn't add up to anything to you guys. So
Right.
it's like,
Yeah. When I pitted for
it's
Dakota
nervous.
AMS, I was way more nervous than I was that whole weekend because he was going 11:30 on fuel stops, and I'm like, dude, if I don't get this thing full, like he's got to go 11 minutes and 30 seconds still. Like I was so nervous, but
Yeah.
I didn't flame him out, so that was good. And the pit stops were fast, so I was happy with it.
Mike, how did you get over those tremors when you were doing it for JB?
Just being good friends with Joe.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. You just
He's been golfing a
gain
lot
trust.
too.
You just gain trust in one another. You know what I mean? It's just
For sure.
there's a lot more riding on you in the pits than like you really think about. You know,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you fuck up, the race could be done.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
Camden,
do
you
it.
still talk to Bo Jornhorse quite a bit?
Yeah, I text him quite a bit, like ask like for some like setup stuff or like he started golfing a bunch, so he's been texting me about that quite a bit.
That's cool.
And then yeah, he'll like I just have some questions, like need some advice. He always lets me get it, so I miss him, and he's one of my good buddies now.
He's a big oval guy
think we
now,
all
isn't
miss
he, or
him.
something?
Yeah,
He's a responsible adult now.
He's-
Boring.
definitely more responsible. I don't know. No, he's always been responsible, but he's got a big boy job for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Alex, you got more stuff about Mugen, or was that it?
no, I'm so excited. I can't, I like, it's hard to comprehend. This is just gonna be the greatest thing ever.
So
don't know.
does that mean you're going to be
I-
up at 4 for latecomers practice Saturday morning and you can pit me?
Probably. I can do whatever you want.
All right.
It's,
I forgot what I was gonna say.
it's gonna be. I'm so stoked for this. And then Mike and I are staying Sunday night into Monday, and then which I hope to have the short course project done because I want to baseline that morning, and then also fix any mistakes I make on Sunday because I'm bound to do that. But I went over everything with a fine-tooth comb again. Checked everything. I didn't put them on the setup station yet because that might be a Thursday morning or Wednesday night, depending on how many one mores happen. But
Slacker. they're sitting there ready to go.
I just got done building my short course an hour before we started this thing. Then the e-buggy was 2 days ago.
Camden, what are your thoughts on short course truck? Love it, hate it, don't care.
I don't mind it. I think it's cool. I think
Yeah.
it's just another class that people can run and have fun with. So I mean, I see it more as just have the time of your life up there. So I don't mind that class at all.
Oh, it's the most
Yeah.
fun. Like in our area.
I think we should get rid of. I think we should get rid of like we shouldn't have so many categories like sportsman, open, and then pro, and then also 40 plus, 50 plus. You know, what I mean, like there's just so much now. Like the race days, they're so much longer than they need to be.
Yeah.
I really like how LCRC does it. Intermediate, expert, and 40 plus, and that's all you need. Like,
Yeah.
even like right now, there is still an influx in intermediate, but I think going into next year at LCRC, a bunch of people are gonna bump to expert. I'm gonna do it. I've never made an A main yet, but I'm like always top of B main. And you look at the times, like I'm gonna be in the bottom of expert, but it's not gonna be by much. And I feel like I can be faster.
Yeah, but you'll never. That's the only way you improve. Is just racing like fast.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think Mike's on the boat of going to expert next year with me. So, I think we're gonna have a big influx.
Whether or not it's his choice.
Yeah, right.
I'm going regardless. Yeah.
But I think
He might be getting the tap on the shoulder.
yeah, it's okay to get D main and expert.
There's only 2 races left, so I'm not making the last race of the year. So
That doesn't count towards the points, so you're good.
Right.
I know I'm making the last 2 important ones, and then the last race I'll be in Italy. So
I'm getting a Mike mask for the banquet so I can claim your points title.
that'd be awesome, actually. Have you be the stand-in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camden,
Boys,
what's
I
the
do
next,
gotta get running. I gotta go get I gotta get dinner ready for
yeah.
family.
Yeah,
What's the next
for
big
sure.
race for you? Is that going to be AMS?
It'll be no, the Georgia Peach State, I think is
Okay.
for that, and
Yeah.
then I fly pretty much straight to the adrenaline race,
Gotcha.
All right.
and then I
Oh.
think it's AMS. But
Okay.
Okay. So
Well, thanks for joining us.
good luck, man.
cool, man.
We'll be cheering you
Yeah,
on.
and
I
I gotta
appreciate
say
it.
this. Thanks for your service, Alex. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You better go win
All right, you
races
guys-
now.
You guys,
See you, dude.
later, man.
Peace out. All right. That was really cool having Camden Lime on.
Yep.
There were 3. We are at about an hour 40 deep into this.
And then none.
And then none. Yeah, well, I'm going to sit here and say how excited I am for Mugen Challenge. I'm just going to not be able to talk because I am going to need a sedative by Thursday night probably.
So you're saying the mixed drinks are going to start at 5:30 a.m. instead of 7 a.m.
It might.
Are we wrapping up our recording session?
I think so. I'm out of things to talk about. Anyone else have anything?
I just want to thank all the viewers and everyone that tuned in to listen to this. The support, we're past 900 some followers on Facebook now, which seems
Very cool.
crazy.
That is
And
wild.
everybody that listens, whether it's on Spotify, I'm not even sure if we've been uploading to that, but
We have been.
Podbean, iTunes, YouTube, all that. So we appreciate the support. I want to say thank you to LCRC and Mugen Siki.
So everything Taylor just said, as well as just to reiterate again, all of you guys that do listen, you guys are awesome. And a lot of you guys I know are going to be listening to this on your way to LCRC for the Mugen Challenge. That's probably what's going to be posted. Drive safe. Get there in one piece. We'll see you when we get there.
Yep, and everything they said. Double shout out LCRC. They got the new hats in stock. I think they're still in stock. At least check out their website.
Yeah, mine's sitting there waiting for me.
Yep. LCRCRaceway.com. Shout out Tony at ACS. This is when Davey joins. Shout out Tony at ACS for everything he does. September 12th, I think they're whatever Friday that is, 12th or 13th.
The 12th or 15th or something. It's that week.
Yeah, they're reopening their 1RC track. It's now a super speedway. I think they might do a little low-C NASCAR action. We'll see. But support them. Go check them out. Located behind the Monroeville Mall on the Pittsburgh side of Pennsylvania.
And as well with ACS, Alex. A couple hours ago, they're actually looking for help at the hobby shop.
Yes. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
looking for some RC
if you're looking
nerds.
for a job.
Yeah. If you're interested
Yep.
and in the area. But till then, like, share, subscribe. All that jazz. Say hi, Davey.
Hello?
Terrific. There's Davey,
Say bye,
everyone.
Davey.
Hello?
Yep. Now, Davey,
say
say
goodbye,
bye
Davey.
to everyone.
Hello?
That's not goodbye.
All right. All right.
All right.
I
Cut.
found it.
He lost his mouse. Where'd you get that?
What the fuck?
I figured it out. This is what Kevin's gonna have to wear to keep proper distance from the microphone.
So you're just gonna walk into the hobby shop wearing that? Can you even
It
see out
doesn't
of
melt on my head on the walk up, yeah.
Yeah, how do you see? Are you seeing through the nose?
Don't worry about it.
It looks like you're about to eat
Is
the
it a
mic.
unicorn? It is a
Maybe.
unicorn.
Oh, does the sound change when I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a little louder.
He's got the headphones on over the mask.
Yeah, he does.
Well, the fuck do you expect here?
Your ears are actually a little higher than that. Why are they so low?
Yeah.
That's why I can't hear what you're saying. I can read lips.
Are you having a stroke? Your mouth's not moving.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that happened.